All right, so look, I know I look twisted right now, no cut, but fuck it, I'm doing a raw dog. So this is the first reenactment of Blood Chronicles, take one. All right, so when I became Blood, right, it was a circumstance that I was put in because I was just getting locked up, just coming to Rikers Island, and I was facing like 30 years and shit for robbery and a second degree, impersonating police officers or whatever. So I had a parole hold, so I really couldn't get bail. I was trying to bail out before the parole hold dropped, but long story short, I didn't make it. So I was entering C95, right? So going to C95, I was in 16 upper, right? 16 upper. So when I get in 16 upper, it's controlled by the Latin Kings. The Latin Kings got it unlocked. Whereas though, they telling you basically you can't like get on the phone at will. If you want to get on the phone, you gotta get on the phone early in the daytime. Like they call that like population time, whatever. So all the people that rock at night get the phones. The prime time slot times were like anything from 7 to 10. You know what I'm saying? When they know people's family get home and you can talk on the phone. So if you was about something in the house, anywhere after 7 to 10 was supposed to be the live time for the live wires to get on the phones and shit. So being that I knew a dude from my projects, the Bammers, we just gonna call him Flacco, and he was a Latin King, actually a high-ranking Latin King. You know what I'm saying? So, but I knew the dude, so we grew up together in East New York, and these projects called the Bammers. So we just gonna call him Flacco. So basically, he was like, oh, Stack. So he was like, yo, Stack, you my man and all that. So he was running down the laws of the house. He was like, basically, I'm going to give you a half an hour slot time. And he gave me between 7 and 7:30, right? So being that me, like my mindset was always just worried about court and all that. So I wasn't really thinking about, you know, being a G and taking slot time and all that. My mindset was there. I was thinking about getting the fuck out of jail. So basically, I took the 7 to 7:30 slot time, and I was just cooling, right? Unbeknownst to me, there was a Blood that was in the house already but he wasn't flagging anything. I think he was just like playing chess. Like he was just in population, not letting them know who he be, and they didn't know who he was because it was early on in Blood history, right? So boom. So I'm rocking out. I never really even talked to the dude until a turn up Blood came in that house. So a turn up Blood, and I'm just gonna call him Nate. I'm just gonna call him Nate Dog and shit. Because he was a turn up Blood. He came in flagging, you know what I'm saying? Bandana and all that. I think he was from up north. Or something. I'm not really sure. But matter of fact, because it happened so quickly, boom. So when he came in the house, he was turned up. He was trying to like gather momentum, like talking to black people and all that in the back, away from the Latin Kings. So the Latin Kings was feeling the tension in the air. So long story short, it popped. And I chose the side of the black people because it was like they was trying to really get at this dude, you know what I'm saying? And other Blood dude that revealed himself. So I popped too. I ended up popping my homie, you know what I'm saying, that I knew, who was a Latin King. I ended up popping him, you know what I'm saying? Popped his top right the fuck off. And then I kind of felt bad, but they was kind of oppressing the black people that was in the house. Like, you should have seen it. Niggas couldn't even touch the TV. Like, they had the TV on Telemundo, like, Calagente and shit like that. You motherfucker didn't even speak fucking English on the TV. You couldn't. They had it oppressed like a motherfucker. They was taking motherfuckers Frosty Flakes, and that's like a fucking like a privilege to get them fucking Frosties and shit, like, cause you don't really get no good food in the magazine. So they give you Frosted Flakes. That's like the closest you could get to some New York shit. So they should just take niggas Frosted Flakes. It wasn't taking my shit, but they was just taking the whole box, just deading niggas on their Frosties and putting the whole box of Frosties in their cell. So anyway, it popped off and boom. I got up out that house, boom. So now it's on. So now the nigga like, yo, fuck you, Stacks. Alright, cool. TOS on Stacks' head, TOS on the Blood's head, whatever. So now I'm paranoid because I gotta walk around in this building and it pops off, so I'm worried about it. So now I get a visit, right? And I go on a visit, paranoid. And I'm like, yo, it's gonna pop everywhere I go. So the girl, my wife, well, she was my girl at the time, She came on the visit. She was nervous. She was seeing the nervous in my face. Like, yo, it's on and popping in here. Like, it's on and popping. Like, this shit is dangerous in here. So she said, what happened? So I didn't really want to go into detail with her because I never did that with none of my family members. They didn't really know the shit I was doing in jail. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that they didn't know about my new charge. I hid that from them when I was in Elmira. I hid that shit, and I kind of lied to them and shit about what I was really doing and what I was really a part of. Like, they didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't want nobody to know that shit. So anyway, so basically she was giving me flack.